Zytos had unclamped the helm of his green armor and stood with it under his left arm. His skin was almost as dark as the black finish of Karashison's livery. His eyes shone unnaturally bright, as brightly as the photo-enhanced lenses of the Iron Hands warrior.
"We mourn the loss of our brothers, the Iron Hands and the Raven Guard,"
he said in a gentle, accented voice.
"and we are bowed and bloodied. But the 18th Legion Salamanders are not in mourning. We have resolved to remain steadfast and to trust that our Primarch, your brother, has survived. Until we see proof, we will not mourn."
"Is this false hope, Zytos?"
Guilliman asked.
"It is pragmatism, Lord."
"It might be argued that the pragmatic approach would be to accept the worst and move on. Hope can be a burden."
"Hope can be a weapon too,"
said the salamander.
"Just because we will not mourn, it does not follow that we will not fight. We will pledge to you and make war at your side, and our fighting shout will be, 'Vulcan lives!' Your word is our command, my lord, until the day our battle cry is proven true."
Barak Zytos served as a sergeant of the Salamander's Legion during the Great Crusade and Horus Heresy. A member of the Fenian tribe known amongst the sanctuary cities as the City of Warrior Kings. This former hunter bearing the stature of a brawler would be rescued by the White Scars captain Timur Gantulga alongside the Iron Hand Iron Cleave after fleeing the Istvan V Dropside massacre. Venturing through the Ruin Storm, arriving upon Macragge during the creation of Imperium Secundus, Barak, now long stranded from his Primarch, refused to mourn the death of his master, resolving never to accept such until seeing proof of the deed. The body of Vulcan, stored within a preservation capsule known as the Unbound Flame by the decree of the Lord of Ultramar. Though Rabute Guilliman knew full well his capabilities as a miraculous perpetual soul, no signs of rebirth were forthcoming. Entrusting Zytos with the duty to return his Primarch's body to his homeworld of Nocturne, as Barak knelt beside the golden casket within the Fortress of Hera and looked upon the hammer known as Dawnbringer, this humble sergeant mourned for his liege, yet nevertheless would not eschew his duty. Returning to Nocturne aboard the vessel, the Charybdis, in time to aid the beleaguered garrison led by the acting regent, Chaplain Nomus Raitan, though Zytos believed himself to hear the stirrings of Vulcan's heartbeat en route to the planet, the sergeant dismissed such a notion as wishful thinking. Fighting beside First Captain Artellus Numion and Chaplain Varkir, bringing with them remnants of the 18th from Macragge, the Salamanders faced the forces of the Reaper Shroud Grand Cruiser, led by Maleg Lysagon. Allied to the Word-Bearer's Dark Apostle, Quor Galek, the Preacher, whose forces had pursued the Charybdis to the planet. Thanks to the machinations of Magnus the Red, the Salamanders were victorious in their endeavor, thwarting the 14th's attempts to unleash a virus bomb upon Nocturne's surface. Witness to the rebirth of Vulcan within Mount Deathfire, as Artellus Numion hurled his body into the lava below. Alongside his kindred, Atok Abidemi and Eigen Gargo, a new calling would be forthcoming from the Lord of Drakes. Becoming a member of his Darksward companions, tasked with journeying alongside Vulcan through the Webway. As the Salamanders began the War of Drakes to purge the Death Guard from Nocturne, the Darksward ventured to the city of Aelindrak. Fighting through shadows which harried their vessel en route to the Imperial Palace. Upon arrival to their destination, sentinels of the Imperial Fists brought Vulcan and his men to the presence of Rogel Dawn, much to their alarm at their sudden arrival. Fighting during the Siege of Terra, defending the Western Hemispheric region of the Imperial Palace from the aggressions of the Thousand Suns. Alongside Bovar Bjarki of the Space Wolves Legion, the Salamanders formed a bond of camaraderie which transcended the bounds of blood. Learning from the former Remembrancer, Chromius, that the attack had been merely a ruse to allow Magnus the Red to breach the Imperial Palace, with haste, the Draksward rallied to the side of their Primarch. Vulcan standing guard at the Emperor's body during his vigil upon the Golden Throne. During the duel between the Crimson King and Lord of Drakes, Zytos saved his Genesire's life from the killing blow of a spear tip, tackling him away from the attack. Striking down Magnus with both his own and Barak's Thunderhammer, the enraged Vulcan banished the Crimson King from the Imperial Palace, shattering bones as Eigen's spear and Abidemi's blade carved the traitor Primarch to pieces. slain by the attack of Magnus and honoured for his sacrifice by Bjarki and his brothers by marking their armour with a sigil of a dragon. No doubt the salamanders owe a debt of gratitude to this courageous warrior for preserving their lord during his time of peril.